Flooded the bay with blue, and the heart expanded with it, and the body swam. Only the next instant to be checked and chilled by the prickly blackness on the ruffled waves. The great black rock, almost every evening spurted irregularly, so that one had to watch for it, and it was a delight when it came, a fountain of white water. One waited for that, one watched, on the pale, semicircular beach, wave after wave shedding again and again smoothly, a film of mother of pearl.
Has its own ways of seeing, thinking, and feeling.
age of childhood, in which the sense of shame is unknown, seems a paradise when we look back upon it later. And paradise itself is nothing but the mass fantasy of the childhood of the individual. Dreams can take us back every night.
Let man consider what he is, in comparison with all existence. Let him regard himself as lost in this remote corner of nature. And from the little cell in which he finds himself lodged, let him estimate at their true value the earth, kingdoms, cities, and himself. What is a man in the infinite?
In autumn, many a time there are shooting stars to watch. Then I think to myself, being all alone, what was that? A world seized with convulsions all of a sudden? A world going all to pieces before my eyes? To think that I should be granted the sight of shooting stars in my life.
But to show him another prodigy equally astonishing, let him examine the most delicate things he knows. Perhaps he will think that here is the smallest point in nature. I will let him see therein a new abyss.
summer comes, then perhaps there may be a little living creature on every leaf. I can see that some of them have no wings. They can make no great way in the world, but must live and die on that one little leaf where they came into the world. Then sometimes I look at the grass, and perhaps the grass is looking at me again. Who can say? I look at a single blade of grass. It quivers a little. And I think to myself, here is a little blade of grass, all a-quivering.
To attach ourselves to any point and to fasten to it, it wavers and leaves us. And if we follow it, it eludes our grasp, slips past us, and vanishes forever. Nothing stays for us. We burn with desire to find solid ground and an ultimate sure foundation whereon to build a tower reaching to the infinite. But our whole groundwork cracks, and the earth opens to abysses.
In infinite time, in infinite matter, in infinite space, is formed a bubble organism. And that bubble lasts a while and bursts. And that bubble is me.
For no sooner do we begin to live in this dying body than we begin to move ceaselessly towards death. For whatever time we live is deducted from our whole term of life, and that which remains is daily becoming less and less. So that our whole life is nothing but a race towards death.
one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after.
And are you very sure that we have done nothing before we were born? The earth is not devoid of resemblance to a jail. Who knows whether man is not a recaptured offender against divine justice? Look closely at life. It is so made that everywhere we feel the sense of punishment.
For we shall never cease to reflect where we are, and that the men about us are beings conceived and born in sin, and living to atone for it. Whatever folly men commit, be their shortcomings or their vices what they may, let us exercise forbearance, remembering that when these faults appear in others, it is our follies and vices that we behold. Conviction that the world and man is something that it better not have been is of a kind to fill us with indulgence towards one another. Nay, from this point of view, we might well consider the proper form of address to be not Monsieur, Sir, Mein Herr, but my fellow sufferer, Soci Malorum, Compagnon de Misere. reminds us of that which is after all the most necessary thing in life: tolerance, patience, regard, and love of neighbor, of which everyone stands in need, and which, therefore, every man owes to his fellow.
I watched and longed to imitate, when I should be free to live as I chose. A rower who had shipped his oars and lay stretched out on his back, his head down, in the bottom of his boat, letting it drift with the current, seeing nothing but the sky which slipped quietly above him. Showing upon his features a foretaste of happiness and peace.
You're alive, my God.
It's amazing.
And I'm so happy every day that I'm alive because it's just a fluke. There's so many more people that never got to be alive. Man, it's the greatest gig in the world, being alive. You get to eat at Denny's, wear a hat, whatever you want.
Yeah, get haircuts.
The important thing is life and nothing else. Is any discovery whatever compared with the incessant eternal discovery of life?
wonderful to be here. Splendor of ended day, floating and filling me. Hour prophetic, hour resuming the past, inflating my throat. You divine average, you earth and life, till the last ray gleams, I sing. Open mouth of my soul, uttering gladness. Eyes of my soul, seeing perfection. Natural life of me, faithfully praising things, corroborating forever the triumph of things.
And former life has been an object of gratification to you. Why do you not, O unreasonable man, retire like a guest satisfied with life, and take your undisturbed rest with resignation? But if those things of which you have had the use have been wasted and lost, and life is offensive to you, why do you seek to incur further trouble, which may all again pass away and end in dissatisfaction? All the sufferings happen to ourselves not in death, but in life. We may be assured that in death there is nothing to be dreaded by us, that he who does not exist cannot become miserable. And that it makes not the least difference to a man when immortal death has ended his mortal life, that he was ever born at all. Of death is reduced to sleep and rest, what can there be so bitter in it that anyone should pine in eternal grief for the decease of a friend? Consider also how utterly unimportant to us was the past antiquity of infinite time that elapsed before we were born. This, then, nature exhibits to us as a specimen of the time which will be again after our death. For what does there appear terrible in it? Does anything seem gloomy? Is not all more free from trouble than any sleep?
time will come when this world, and nature herself, shall die. And as at the present day there remains no trace nor record of many very great kingdoms and empires, so in the whole world there shall not be left a vestige of the infinite changes and catastrophes of created things. A naked silence and an utter calm shall fill the vast space. Thus this wonderful and fearful mystery of universal existence shall be unloosed, and shall melt away before it be made manifest or be comprehended.